We are back with a brand new video. What is good, Heat Nation? Hope you guys are having a great July 4th. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why it's been very quiet with the Heat in free agency so far. Apart from just re-signing a couple players that they already had on the roster, not much news has come out. It's been very, very quiet. We're going to be talking about, what could be going on behind the scenes. What possibility there is, for backup plans if their plan to go get stars does not, fall through, or if it does fall through, and if they cannot get Donovan Mitchell or Kevin Durant. What are their backup options now? We're going to be talking about all that, so make sure you guys drop a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Go hit up my Twitter and go follow my second channel. On Twitter, I've been doing a lot of spaces. We had a great discussion today about the whole free agency situation. So if you guys are interested in just talking Heat basketball, just getting a lot of stuff off your mind and talking about, the Heat. I do these spaces like once every 2 days. So if you guys are, interested, make sure you guys hit up my Twitter. That'll be in the description. Also, follow my second channel or subscribe to my second channel, which will be in the pinned comment where I've been dropping NBA content. So let's get right into it, man. So like I said, it's been a very quiet free agency for the Heat after day one, where they basically signed two of their own players back, in Victor Oladipo and Dewayne Dedmon. Not much has come out. The only really entertainment that we've had from the Heat has been through Summer League, and that hasn't been entertaining because we're 0-2 right now, and Nikola Jovic has not had the greatest games. The game last night, he came off the bench against the Kings. He looked better than he did in game one. That's a fact for sure, but he still has not really found his rhythm yet. I still think he needs more on-ball reps. He's not really an off-ball player. I was impressed by some more guys on the Heat Summer League squad, though. I really like Orlando Robinson. Again, I don't know how he got undrafted. He was a beast at Fresno State. Jamari Bouye, always knew he was a bucket. In the tournament with San Francisco, he was doing really, really well. He's really impressed me. And then Allman has been really, really good too. Allman Jr., the point guard. So I'm keeping an eye on those three players, and obviously Nikola Jovic as well. Haywood Highsmith, I'm liking how he's kind of fit into his role. Javonte Smart, he's taking a lot of bad shots, which I don't really like. He has made a few, but I still think he has to improve his decision making a little bit, but I think he will get there. But yeah, going back to Highsmith, I really like how he's been, just fitting into his role. But yeah, that's really what I've seen from Summer League. The actual Summer League will start in Vegas. I think that's when you're going to have Yurtseven and Marcus Garrett and guys like these coming down to Vegas just to play Summer League. That's going to be a good experience to watch, especially Yurtseven, how he's developed. He's been playing for Turkey. He had a pretty nice game against Czech Republic a couple days ago. So if you guys have not been watching Yurtseven, you guys should go check him out because, he has been doing some good things for Turkey over there. But coming to the Heat as to what they're doing in free agency right now, they signed Dewayne Dedmon back and they signed Victor Oladipo back. Two moves that a lot of people did not really expect. The Oladipo thing, I think there was a lot of rumors saying that he's going to leave the Heat, and I think this came from Jake Fisher. This was driven by Jake Fisher, who's a Bleacher Report correspondent, and he was like, Victor Oladipo is not coming back to the Heat. He has interest from the Suns, the Jazz, the Nuggets, the Lakers, and the Pistons, or something like that. And Oladipo ultimately re-signed for $11 million, and I was a little bit surprised for that. I was like, Oladipo wants a starting spot, so it was interesting why he came back to the Heat, and I was like, okay, maybe they're trying to do something, with Tyler Hero, try to see if they can move him on for a bigger fish, and maybe Oladipo starts at the 2, or the 3, or wherever. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Oladipo get some starting minutes, whether it's not for the full season, but if he starts some games, and if he just if he earns his minutes, I wouldn't be surprised to see if he lands a starting spot next season, just because I think that's what he was after in the offseason, was a starting role, which is why I was kind of surprised that he came back to the Heat. Dewayne Dedmon, another very surprising signing to me. Probably more surprising than Oladipo, because I really thought that Yurtseven was going to get the backup center minutes this season. Now, this could mean that Yurtseven might be put in a trade, and we might see, what happens. Yurtseven might be in the package for a Donovan Mitchell or Kevin Durant, something like that. So I think that's why they might have signed it back, just to see, what's out there. But it was a little bit surprising to me, just because Yurtseven, I thought he was at that point where you kind of would play him over Dedmon. Dedmon's getting older. Yurtseven has showed a lot of flashes. So yeah, those were the two signings from the Heat. After that, it's kind of been MIA. You haven't heard anything. And it's been a lot of, it's been a lot of quietness, and it's been a lot of speculation from a lot of different sides. A lot of Heat sources, a lot of Heat fans kind of been speculating on Twitter as to what's going on behind the scenes. I would probably, this is my speculation, I don't have any sources or anything like that. Do not come in my head if what I say is not true, because this is my opinion and this is just what I believe is going on. I kind of think that the reason it's been so quiet is because they're trying to go after a star. And I think that everything else is on pause right now. They haven't really offered the mid-level exception to anyone either, which is why I think, you know, they're just trying to go after KD and Donovan right now and try to see. And I just think they're trying to see, you know, gauge the market and see if there's a big fish out there that they can go try and get. I think that's why they've put all of these, you know, the free agency signings on pause. This isn't the best free agency class anyway, so it kind of makes sense that a lot of the upgrades would be through trade. But they have not offered the mid-level yet. There's still free agents out there that are waiting to be signed, namely Colin Sexton, TJ Warren, guys like that, DeAndre Ayton, people like that waiting to be signed. So I think not just for the Heat, the whole league is kind of currently on pause right now, because everyone is kind of waiting for the Durant and Irving and the Mitchell situations to kind of unfold. And I think after that happens, you're going to see teams resume and signing some more players, because after 6:30 on Thursday, it was just dry. You know, Friday was dry, Saturday, Sunday, and today is dry. Like, nothing has been, you know, like rumored or even reported that the Heat are trying to do anything. And it's like, I think it's been so quiet because they're trying to go after one of these big stars. And I think Donovan Mitchell, I think, is the name that they've been targeting. Apparently, according to 5 Reasons, they've offered a package for Donovan Mitchell. And I don't know if Utah's going to trade him or not, but we'll see what happens. I think they're just trying to, you know, put everything on pause and just trying to be, they're just laser focused on getting a whale. I think once they get that big fish, or a whale, as a lot of people like to call it, I think that's when you're going to see a lot of these free agency, you know, stuff kind of resume with Caleb Martin's contract. You know, what happens with him, what did the Heat do with that mid-level exception, a lot of stuff like that. So I think that's why it's been so quiet lately. Like, I mean, we'll see what happens, man. Like, there's a lot of different options for the Heat to go to in free agency and like in the offseason in general. There has to be a discussion about who replaces PJ Tucker at that 4 spot. There's a lot of guys out there like not Donovan Mitchell, but Harrison Barnes, Jay Crowder. I had a fan tell me about Maxi Kleber. I would actually like Maxi Kleber on the Heat. I'm not gonna lie. He defends and he shoots corner threes really well. Exactly what PJ Tucker does. Is he taking us over the top? No, but I wouldn't be mad if that's the replacement. I would take him over Crowder because Crowder's getting up there in age. I think Kleber moves his feet better defensively. And then I would love John Collins in Miami. I would love Miles Turner in Miami. I think those are kind of more like speculation. I don't think the chances of getting those 2 players are as high because they obviously will want more assets like Atlanta and Indiana respectively. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different avenues that the Heat can go in this offseason. I just think that everything is on pause right now because they're trying to go after one of these big names. And once that gets taken care of, I think you're going to see a domino effect again of a lot of guys getting signed from different teams. But I think the whole league is currently waiting to see what's going to happen with KD, Kyrie, and Donovan. I think once, you know, I think Kyrie is really, really heavily rumored to go to the Lakers. I think that will probably happen sometime. But the whole KD situation is up in the air. Toronto has emerged as a front runner for KD. If I'm the Nets, I'm hanging up the phone if Scotty Barnes is not involved. But they've emerged as a front runner. The whole Donovan situation, whether the Jazz will keep him and retool around him or trade him, no one knows. Whether he's going to request a trade, it's all up in the air. And that's what this free agency has been. It's kind of been mid so far, apart from the first 30 minutes. But yeah, we're going to wrap it up there, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what your thoughts are about the Heat and their approach in this free agency. I'll see you later as always. Peace.